Oh, hi! You caught me having a little sit by the fire. I'm the internet's Adam Ragusea. You may know me from such content as the videos and podcasts that I make about food and food-adjacent topics. There's the recipe videos that I post every Thursday, real food for real people who have real stuff to do in their lives and actually want to feed themselves, not just look impressive on Instagram. That recipe is mostly about looking impressive on Instagram, I'll grant you, but usually I do practical stuff. I script and edit the videos really tightly, I don't mug for the camera, I try to tell you what you need to know as clearly and quickly as possible, and then I shut up, which some people tell me is their favorite part. And then there are the other kinds of videos that I post about food every Monday. Usually they're like science-y explainers, but sometimes they're about history, etymology, or even philosophy, like why is cooking? Why do we do this? What is the point? Maybe there isn't a point. Okay, well, end of video, I guess. Oh, there's also the podcasts. This year I launched a podcast that posts every Saturday. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of those places, but I also post a video version of the show right here on YouTube. The pod is usually about an hour long, and it's really become my favorite thing that I make. The point of departure is usually an audience member's question, which I answer by way of like a million tangents and fun facts that run pretty far afield of food sometimes, but I always find a way to land the jet back on the runway, which is kind of my favorite part of the process. And sometimes we do interviews on the podcast, sometimes my lovely wife Lauren comes along, it's good times. Which is why I regret to inform you that this is the end. I can't do it anymore. I am overextended. I mean, yeah, I could hire a video editor and a research assistant, but I kind of really just like making my things by myself, and I think that's part of their charm, that they are handmade by one person. The only people I work with are my beloved agent, Colin West, who sells all of the sponsorships, and then of course there's my lovely wife, Lauren, who comes up with most of my best ideas. I suppose that makes them her ideas. Anyway, going forward, I am going to post one less video a week. One fewer videos a week, because it's a countable quantity. You say less in reference to uncountable quantities, like stress. Fewer videos, less stress. There you go. I'd been thinking for a while about dropping to one video per week, but only posting one thing a week just did not feel like quite enough for you or for me. I mean, I need to keep myself busy and out of trouble. But when the podcast launched and it seemed to find its audience, I thought, okay, this is the right amount of work, the right amount of content. One podcast and one video per week. That's enough work to keep me off the streets. And by making fewer videos, I think I can also make them a little better. I really want to get my error rate down. Just more editorial and technical errors sneak through right now than I am comfortable with. And I think if I just slow things down a little bit, I can tighten up quality control. And I can travel more. A few weeks ago, I did this rigorously planned 36-hour trip to Michigan, and I got 3 videos out of it. That was the most fun that I've had doing this job in quite a while. And with a looser release schedule, I'll have the time to parachute into your town next. Where should I go? What should I see? Seriously, let me know in the comments. So really, I hope that this new release schedule will be a net benefit for you. I can make better stuff, and hopefully I can do it for many years to come, a little more sustainably. Like if I drop dead of exhaustion, then the video release schedule will drop to 0 a week. Anyway, so here's the plan. The podcast is going to switch to Monday release. I know back when I had a real job, I really appreciated having a new podcast to listen to first thing Monday morning when I was driving to work. And the podcast will be available via your favorite podcast app very early Monday morning, like midnight Eastern US time is when it's going to go live. So it'll be there for you in the morning if you want it. Now, the video version of the podcast will still post at 2 p.m. Eastern US time on Monday. That's not because I value my YouTube audience any less, it's just kind of an algorithm thing. 2 p.m. is kind of the magic hour to release English language content on YouTube. Europe is still awake. It's important that the thing gets a lot of views early when it posts. Then Thursday will be the video release day, and for the time being, I think we will alternate. One week it'll be a recipe video, the next week it'll be some other kind of video about food. And maybe in the future I'll allow myself a little bit more flexibility to just do whatever feels right, but for the time being we'll alternate between the two styles week to week on Thursdays. And then you'll have an occasional bonus release on Saturdays, and that's it. That's the new regime starting now. So look, if you're feeling bad right now, if you're feeling like you're going to be getting less from me, which I suppose you are, just know that I really do appreciate you. I owe everything to you, and this is really about me being able to give you what you want for a long time to come. I wish you and yours the very best winter solstice adjacent holiday, whichever one you celebrate. If you're looking for something totally impractical to cook for your family, that Wellington recipe is going to hit the channel on Thursday, and then the podcast will be back the following Monday. The Adam Ragusea chef knife is still for sale at adamragusea.com. Can't wait to see a bunch of pictures online of everybody unwrapping those under the tree. And hey, remember which side the vinegar leg is on, and let's find a whole bunch of tasty things to talk about in the new year. Good stuff, that.